I guess right now I want to make this content because I'm actively processing and going through some emotions, and I felt like it was really important that I get on here and express it. So I don't know if y'all ever experienced this, but y'all ever like stop talking to somebody or cut some people off, and then after a point in time, after some time, you like, damn, like, why did I do that? You know, I feel like we cut people off, to protect our energy, to, be in alignment with ourselves, with our truth, with our higher self. They might have did some fuck shit, and we may be, standing on our boundaries, standing on everything that we say we want and everything like that. But the emotions of, what used to be, what you're comfortable with. You might have had this person in your life 5 years, 10 years, 1 year, 6 months, whatever the case. And, you're used to them being in your life. You're used to calling them. You're used to, being around them and being able to hit them up and link with them and whatever the case is. But just because we had the access, and that access is no longer, there because we made the decision to stand on our boundary. We can't necessarily go back on it. Sometimes we can, but what's the point of doing that? You made a decision for a reason, and you had to remember why you made the decision. And I'm currently going through this now. Like, I cut off a few people in my life, and I'm just like, damn, like, now I'm all alone. And I feel like that's why a lot of us don't cut people off. That's why a lot of us, keep people in our lives, although they may be bad for us, or although they may be misaligned with who we are and things of that nature. But I cut people off without thinking about that shit, because I'm like, I don't fucking need you motherfuckers. I can, you know what I'm saying? But in reality, the emotions come, and feelings of loneliness come, and feelings of, wanting to go out and talk to somebody that you were comfortable with, that you knew. Those feelings come up. But I have to remember why I made the decision to, boot them out of my life in the first place. And when those emotions come up, you have to sit with them. You can't necessarily go out. I mean, you can, but doing so doesn't solve the problem. It just prolongs it, because it still persists, But what I'm trying to say is, you can't just go around and finding, rebounds or, like, I don't know, like, distracting yourself with substances and drugs and sex and people and TV and food and, social media, or just flat out suppressing your emotion and saying it doesn't exist. And I find myself constantly stimulating myself with, media, whether it's like TV or, talking to other people, talking to like other friends and stuff like that excessively. And I don't know, like, maybe just flat out denying instead of just being truthful. God damn it. Instead of just being truthful with myself. And in this moment, it was really more so of me trying to understand what the fuck the emotion was. And now I'm understanding that the emotion is truly, I'm just wanting social life, wanting to be around others and wanting to, I guess you could say, just feel, it's hard for me to get the words out. How you doing? Wanting to, I guess, feel, not be bored, because a lot of the times I'm like constantly working, constantly learning, constantly, processing things and creating frameworks and content for y'all. And like, I'm in school and stuff like that, so I try to not even try to, but the majority of my time is spent researching, studying, and creating content and trying to be consistent in everything that I said I want to do. But then once all the work is done, once it's time to have some social time or some relaxation time, it's just me. I'm the only person that's here. I'm the only person that's with myself every day. When I wake up and go to bed, throughout the entire day, it's just me. And I do miss being able to have certain situations and interactions, and certain times and moments and stuff like that. But when you cut somebody off, a lot of the times you only really necessarily miss the good parts, and there were bad parts, many bad parts, but you miss the good parts because that's the reason y'all are friends or in a relationship in the first place. And long story short, don't suppress your emotions. If you're feeling something, accept that feeling, accept that emotion, and move forward. And allow yourself to feel, because that's the main important thing. Allow yourself to feel so that the emotions pass. And slowly but surely expose yourself to more social situations, but don't do it as a way to escape your emotions. Do it as a way to let's say you want more interactions, or you want to get more friends and things of that nature. Then do that, ease your way into it. But try to decipher between rebounding and trying to replace, and trying to actually open yourself up again after you're healing. Because you can fuck up a lot of shit by trying to rebound onto somebody else after you get all fucked up with with emotions that you suppress, and then you want to go and talk to somebody else. Though you carry that energy and those emotions into your next friendship or relationship, and it's not fair to the other person. It's not fair to the other person, because who's to say you won't all of a sudden just try to project onto them, or use them. And it's not fair to the other person, and it's not fair to yourself, because obviously you need healing, obviously you need time with self, but you are neglecting yourself to temporarily have gratification. I hope I'm saying this as clearly as possible. I just started my walk, honestly, and I don't know, this was on my mind. Nature is so beautiful. So beautiful. Damn. But look, all I can say is this. If you truly love yourself, sit with yourself. Allow yourself to, feel your emotions so that you can release them. Because sweeping it under the rug is only going to get higher and higher and higher. The problems are not going to go away. And if you can sweep it under the rug, but then even when you sweep it under the rug, you basically, some shit comes back out a little bit, and you have to keep sweeping. It's just like you feel these emotions and you're heartbroken, you're sad, depressed, lonely, stressed, whatever the case. And when you suppress these emotions, they come up later in life. They show up in your next relationship, and it could be 5 years from now, and you're like, damn, why is this shit showing up? Why is this emotion even here? It's because you ignored it. And ignoring it is not healing it. Finding a rebound is not healing it. Finding a substance to drink or smoke or inhale is not healing. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're not feeling it for that moment doesn't mean you're healing it. Healing it is going through the emotions, suffering, crying, journaling, right? Make music about it, create. A lot of the times our best creations come when we're hurting, lonely, and heartbroken and stuff like that. So just create. But most importantly, feel. I don't care if you got to go to an MMA class and start, kicking the fuck out that punching bag, beating the punching bag's ass, sparring and going crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's a fighting class, so that's what it's for. Utilize it to express your emotions in a healthy way. And even, writing poems, I think I said making music already, but talking to yourself, making video journals, audio journals, whatever you do, just try different shit. You never know what works. Go for a walk. Just take yourself out on a walk and just walk. But trying to suppress, it's not gonna make you a better person. It's not gonna make you a better human, and it's not gonna heal and solve the problem. Peace.